Thokozani, ke otata, khosatsana ya barakile. I'm coming to you with another energy focused for the week. Remember to set your intentions for the reading and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The first card is going to give us the energy that is rising for us for this week. The second card is going to give us what we are sharing this week. The third card is going to give us what we should be aligning to this week. The gifts of rising energy, the gifts of clearing, and the gift of alignment. Basically, that's what the spread is giving us. The first card is a Knight of Swords. This Knight energy brings about a sense of focus, action, and momentum. As you can see, him charging through, ready to take on whatever it is that is lying ahead. With that sense of action, momentum, and focus on moving forward, what this tells us is that we are going to see the things that have been stuck in our life start to take a form of movement. We are going to have the knowing of what actions we need to take with regards to ensuring that movement happens. That's the blessing that we're getting from this card. And with that said, this card comes with a lot of momentum. You are cautioned to move when the momentum that is pushing you forward is based on your truth, based on what lights you up, based on your passion, rather than moving because of fear of being left behind or some other external pressures. So move only when you are sure that the movement is moving towards something that lights you up, not something that drains you. Move forward from inspiration as opposed to fear. And also remember that the things that are built from the momentum of fear tend to not last as long as the things that are built from the momentum of your own truth. So focus on where this drive to move is coming from, and then take a decision to move. I hope it makes sense. The second card that is giving us the energy that we should be clearing is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a bit different. As you can see, he is steady, he is slow, he is looking towards where he is going. He is not rushing through like the Knight of Swords that we saw. This Knight is more grounded and is basically the type of Knight that reminds you of routine, structure, and moving along with steady effort. When reversed, he can actually be of detriment to your process because he's got the potential to hold you back because you are overly cautious. You'll now be overly cautious to move. We are being guided. Seeing it as our clearing card tells us that we are being guided to release the need to have control over every outcome that we are faced with. You've been very patient and it's been long. You have been very patient, you've been waiting and not moving, and this card is basically telling us to let go of that. It's time to trust in the momentum that you have built. And this card showing up also for clearing shows the shift from feelings of safety and certainty to faith and flow. It's time to loosen up, take that risk. You've been calculating, you've been doing your due diligence, you've been looking at all the angles. Believe that movement is going to really, really give you what you want. Yes, you can plan, yes, you can put things across, you can, do all the due diligence that needs to be done before embarking on whatever it is that you want to embark on. But nothing is going to happen unless movement happens. So you are encouraged to move forward. You've done the planning, you've done the work, you have built the foundation. Now it's the time to move with confidence. The conditions will never be as perfect as you want them to be. So trust in your planning, trust in the foundation that you've built, and take the first step. I hope it makes sense. Now the final card, which is going to give us what we are aligning to, is the Empress. As you can see, the Empress exudes positive feminine energy. Her presence reminds us of gentle creation, natural flow, and the nurturing power of brought by feminine energy. Seeing this card is basically an indication that we need to take inspired action and release control. This is going to allow us to align with the energy of effortless manifestation. Once you release control and you take its inspired action, then you will manifest effortlessly. Apologies about that. Once you take action which is inspired by your truth, and you release control, you are going to create effortlessly, because you would now be aligned with that energy of effortless manifestation. This card is also here to teach us that abundance isn't something that one should be chasing. Abundance is allowed in, and it's allowed in by the energy that you exude. So she's here to basically encourage us to take care of our environment, take care of our ideas, and to also take care of our body. The body is the one that houses you. Your ideas are what is going to help you to get to the next level, whether you are timeline shifting, moving from this position to the next. Your ideas are what's going to get you there, and the spaces that you hold, you, your environment, is also plays a major role in how far you get, the company you keep, the things you listen to, the things that you allow to inform your thoughts and your actions, basically. Yeah. Those are what they play a very big role in how you go about in terms of reaching your abundance state, your harvest state. So guard against that, care for that, be intentional about the spaces that you allow your spirit to be held at. Be very intentional about who you expose your ideas to, and also be very intentional about taking care of the temple that houses your spirit. Also, she's here to remind us to take a pause. As you can see, she's sitting, she's resting. Take a pause long enough for you to notice the blessings that are already taking shape in your life, no matter how small it may seem to you right now, but something is moving. So pause long enough to appreciate how far you've come. This could be in your work, this could be in your healing, it could be in your relationships. What you've planted is beginning to grow. You might not see it, but rest assured that it's beginning to grow. I think I need to tie this one together, ne? For you to be in this state of abundance, one needs to let go of let go of being overly cautious and trust that you have done the due diligence, Move, but move with clarity, move from being inspired by your own truth and what lights you up, as opposed to moving based on fear. Yeah. With that said, we've come to the end of our reading. May you guys be blessed with a beautiful week, a week filled with ease, everything that you touch. May it just, be successful in each.